Are you someone who's always pinching every paisa come month end? Stunned by how your friends can take their families on trips abroad so often? No, wait. Let me guess. You're the one that stays up at night wondering why your increment never keeps up with your rent. Well, scratch your head no longer, my friend. Your wondering days are over. Because we are going to teach you one of the best ways on how to become wealthy. Now, whether you're dreaming of a big fat Indian wedding, a dream house by the bay, or whether you want to send your kids to the best schools in the world, you'll learn everything about creating long-term wealth through equity mutual funds in this course. This is just our way of saying that you'll finally catch a break from being broke. Now, to become wealthy, you'll first need to understand what being wealthy actually means. Does it mean winning the lottery and retiring? Not quite. Let's take a closer look at that jet-setting friend we all have. Let's call him Richie. Here he is posing in front of a new holiday home he recently bought. And then there's Sandeep jealously stalking him online. And that's not the only difference between Richie and Sandeep, by the way. You know, Richie is the sort of guy who's motivated by his dreams and his passions and is able to take time out for them as well, while his buddy Sandeep only worries about having money. And while Sandeep lives solely off his paycheck, Richie invests in income-producing assets. It's clear that Richie had made the right decisions in the past that led him to create sustainable wealth that will last him for years, so he can live the life he loves instead of sweating it away in a cubicle. But Sandeep, on the other hand, spends a big chunk of his salary on things he doesn't really need. So instead of creating wealth, he's only creating a big hole in his pocket. You see, what Sandeep doesn't know is that being wealthy doesn't mean how much money you can make per month. It actually means that you can sustain the life that you truly desire without having to work for money on a daily basis. It means that all your goals can be taken care of and you still have time to do the things you really enjoy. To put it in even simpler terms, being wealthy actually means being financially free. The wealthy never worry about their next paycheck, but the ones who aren't wealthy keep their eyes fixed on the calendar, stressed about the days on which their EMIs are due. Someone famous once said, "Wealth is the ability to fully experience life." So can you guess how much of India's wealth is possessed by India's wealthy? As you can see here, in the year 2000, India's richest 10% held nearly 65% of India's wealth. And that 65% rose to 74% by the year 2014. That's a whopping 3/4 of the total wealth. It gets better. The top 1% of the country holds close to 58% of the country's entire wealth as of 2019. Well, now that we've seen what makes Richie rich, Sandeep can learn how to join the club. Now we're all set to tackle our next lesson, where we learn how equity-based investments will help us create long-term wealth. Ready, Sandeep?